greatest irony of life is this: you cannot save a life you refuse to spend. The moment you decide to live perfectly is the exact moment you choose to live passively. The life you want is not waiting for you tomorrow. It is demanding to be used right now. Once upon a time, there lived a man named Mr. Sterling. He was known throughout his little town not for the beauty he created, nor the good he did, but for the treasure he possessed, yet never used. Mr. Sterling possessed something truly remarkable: a single, flawless gold coin. It was perfectly circular, warm to the touch, and shimmered with a light so brilliant it seemed to hold the promise of every perfect future. This coin was worth a fortune. It was a resource capable of transforming his life into something truly great. He had received it in his youth, and he instantly knew its value. This was his life's potential. This was his one chance to be brilliant, to travel, to love deeply, and to be truly spent. Mr. Sterling, being a meticulous and cautious man, decided the coin was too precious to use immediately. "I cannot waste this coin on a frivolous journey or a small, ordinary need," he reasoned, polishing it daily until it glowed. "I must wait for the perfect investment, the moment of greatest need, or the project of ultimate brilliance. Only then will I spend it." He built a special velvet-lined box for the coin, placing it in the safest part of his home. He spent his days preparing for the moment he would finally use it. He studied maps of distant lands, but never bought a ticket. He researched grand business ideas, but never launched one. He watched vibrant, loving couples, rehearsing the perfect words he would use when he met the perfect person, but he never actually spoke to anyone. Mr. Sterling's life became an endless waiting room. He lived modestly, wore practical clothes, and avoided any experience that might risk him needing the coin before the perfect opportunity arrived. He felt a constant, quiet desperation, but he always reassured himself, "I am the keeper of immense wealth. My real life has not yet begun. I am simply preparing." Pause and ask yourself, what is the one thing you are saving for the perfect day? Is that preparation, or is that truly stagnation? Years turned into decades. Mr. Sterling would watch his neighbors. They were messy, noisy, and wonderfully inconsistent. The baker down the street had a business that was constantly in debt from risky investments. The carpenter had a workshop filled with loud, failed experiments. And the musician spoke with a flawed but deeply loved partner. They were living imperfect, joyful lives, but they were rich with laughter lines, calloused hands, and countless stories. Their lives were spent, and yet they were full. Mr. Sterling, meanwhile, was aging in perfect, pristine silence. His home was spotless, and the coin remained untouched in its velvet box. One afternoon, a traveler named Vera passed through town. She wasn't wealthy and carried only a worn leather bag, but her eyes held the brilliant, complex shine of 1,000 sunsets. She stopped to speak to Mr. Sterling at the polished doorstep of his home. "I hear you have the most valuable thing in this town," Vera said, her voice gentle. Mr. Sterling beamed, his chest swelling with pride. "You speak of my coin of potential. It is kept safe, awaiting the perfect day." Vera tilted her head. "Tell me, Mr. Sterling, what is the coin for?" "It is for living," Mr. Sterling declared passionately. "For the one brilliant, perfect act that justifies my whole existence." Vera nodded slowly. "And if your one brilliant act is never performed, what happens to the coin?" Mr. Sterling frowned. "It remains my eternal potential. It remains perfect," Vera smiled, a smile of profound sadness. She then revealed the contents of her worn leather bag. Not treasure, but a handful of tarnished, imperfect copper discs. I had a coin like yours, Vera said softly, but I spent it, piece by piece, on loud laughter, on foolish risks, on tears of joy, and on giving help when I barely had any to spare, and on chasing sunsets across continents. My original coin is gone, but every one of these small, worn copper pieces is a memory, a lesson, a genuine connection. They are proof that I was here, that I lived, and that my potential became my reality. She looked directly at Mr. Sterling, whose tidy face was starting to crumble. "Mr. Sterling," she whispered, "the coin in your box is still perfect. But perfect potential is just waste. You are waiting for the perfect moment to start living. But the only perfect moment is the one you are wasting right now. Remember, your greatest regret will be that you never risked enough to truly live. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect. The potential you've been guarding is the energy inside you, ready to be spent, not saved. Go out, be imperfectly brave, and trust this one truth with all your heart. You are already enough, and the moment to finally live is always, right now.